Hello and welcome to Brunel's graduation. Enjoy the fact this ceremony is all about you and recognising your achievements at Brunel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and a very big welcome. By virtue of my authority as Pro-Chancellor, and in accordance with our Royal Charter and statutes, I declare this congregation open and will admit the new graduates to their degrees.
Pro-Chancellor, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, it's really wonderful to see you all here this afternoon, and I know that many of you have travelled a very long way across the world to be with us today, which is absolutely fantastic. But whether you've come from near or far, our job today is to make this a very special and memorable day for all of our graduands, and one I hope that you're going to remember for a long time to come. You do all look absolutely wonderful. Don't remember you looking quite like that on campus, but you look fantastic today. So it's great to have you here. I must also say a very special word of welcome to James Murray, to whom we will be awarding an honorary fellowship to mark the outstanding work he has done to shine a light on the importance of student mental health and well-being following the death of his son Ben in 2018. Since then, James has worked tirelessly with Universities UK to help us develop new approaches to supporting students who have difficulties. He's been an inspiration to all of us, and it's a great privilege for us today to be able to honour his courage and his commitment to helping our community. Now, as many of you will know, and I hope all our graduates know, our university was established just over 50 years ago with a very specific purpose, and that was to be useful to society, to work closely with businesses and other employers, and to ensure that our graduates have the knowledge, the skills, and the attitudes required in the workplace. Students who will truly hit the ground running when they start their jobs. And also, of course, to do research, but to do research which is targeted at bringing benefit to society, or in today's parlance, will have impact, whether it's economic, whether it's social, whether it's cultural, or even all three. Now, 50 years, of course, has brought very great changes to Brunel. We've grown, and we've evolved into a world-renowned university with a truly global reach. We have interests that span many disciplines, and we have about 14,500 students from over 130 different countries. In fact, just this year, Brunel was ranked as 35th in the world for its international outlook in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings. But despite all those changes, our ethos is no different from what it was 50 years ago. Our principal goal is to deliver education and research that adds value and embraces innovation and entrepreneurism, just as we always have. So to our graduands today, my very warmest congratulations. I'm very sure you've worked very, very hard for that degree you're going to receive today, but I do hope your time at Brunel hasn't been all about work. I hope you've had the opportunity to have some fun. You've perhaps got involved in some of the many clubs and societies our wonderful student union runs, and most importantly, I hope you've all made some very, very good friends. And I'm sure a lot of those friends are going to remain friends for all of your life. Now, as you go forward today to the next stage of your lives, you have every reason to be confident that the range of knowledge, understanding, and broader, softer skills you've gained in your time at Brunel will have set you up for a very rewarding and exciting career. I'm sure you've all got lots of exciting plans for your futures, and that's wonderful. But one thing we all have to recognise is that those plans will twist and turn with time in a way that none of us can possibly predict. As technology marches forward, job opportunities change, and new doors open to you. And those new doors will open to you. Yes, you'll have to face up to new challenges, you'll have to adapt to change, and you'll have to carry on learning new things, just as you've been doing up until now. That's all part of normal life, and in the world we live in now, I think you are much more likely to be having a lifetime of careers than a career for life. I suspect your careers will be very different from those of your parents. But I don't think that's something to fear. With your skills and the right mindset, you have absolutely every reason to succeed. And of course, many of you are going to go on and become those innovators and those entrepreneurs who will drive those changes and create those new job opportunities. So be brave, be willing to embrace change, don't fight it, seize opportunities when they arise, and above all, do what is right for you personally and what is right for your families. Now, every graduation ceremony is special, and as any teacher will tell you, every cohort of students has something very special about them that makes them stand out. And I know that you are absolutely no different. You have all made your mark on Brunel. And for years to come, your teachers will be looking back and saying, "Do you remember?" And of course they will remember. And I hope very much that you'll be doing the same. You'll be looking back on Brunel and saying, "Gosh, do you remember that?" We have a great alumni association, and that includes well over 100,000 alumni who are scattered literally across the globe. Now, the Alumni Association is a wonderful way of keeping in touch with your friends, also meeting other alumni, maybe in your same year that you haven't yet met, but also in other years, and of course keeping in touch with us back here at base. We're always going to be interested to hear from you. We'd like to know what you're doing, how you're getting on, what's working for you, what's not working for you, what you've achieved, etc. So remember, wherever you are, you will always be welcome here at Brunel. We host regular alumni events here in the UK and indeed in different parts of the world to help you keep in touch. And of course, if you want us to help you, then we are here to do that. And equally, if you want to help us, we're not going to say no. But for now, enjoy your day. Be proud of everything that you've achieved thus far. My very, very warmest congratulations to all of you on your fantastic achievements, and my very best wishes for a happy, healthy, and successful future.
Pro-Chancellor. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to start by saying a massive congratulations to all of you graduating today, and a massive thank you to all of the family and friends that have come together to celebrate this special day. So today is your day. It's all about you. After all this effort you put into your degrees, the sleepless library all-nighters, the million hours spent in the labs, the times you thought you would pull your hair out from frustration, when you came so close to giving up but chose to keep going, it all culminates to this special day. Today is when you actually would look back and say, hang on, it wasn't all that bad. I actually had the time of my life at Brunel. All these nights and days spent in locos and the venue were all worth it, I'm pretty sure. It's been my absolute pleasure to have been elected to represent you all as Vice President of the Students' Union the past year and this year. Thanks so much for believing in me, and I hope I've done you all proud. Special thanks to the university staff members, especially the Vice-Chancellor, Provost, Deans, and Vice Provost, whom without their continuous support and trust in the Students' Union, we wouldn't have been able to achieve even half of what we have so far. What makes this partnership so special is that we're all working towards a common goal to make the student experience at Brunel the best it can be. Trust me, we're truly blessed to be part of the students in this university, and trust me, I have spoken to a lot of student unions. So just a few quick examples of some of the things we managed to achieve during the past year working with the university. We've worked to develop and engage academic societies to not only help create communities around courses, but also help with teaching material, a perfect example of peer-to-peer learning. Active at Brunel and our free sports program have also been shortlisted for both a Bucks and a Kubo award, and that's a great achievement. The university has also joined WISE, which is a national organisation to support women in science and engineering. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet and not bore you all with me, but I can't even begin to tell you how pleased and humbled I am to be up here representing you. I'm extremely proud of every single one of you and wish you all the best of luck from the bottom of my heart. So whether you've been at Brunel for a year or 6 years, like me, I know you're all going to be part of the Brunel family. Thank you, and have a very Merry Christmas.
Pro-Chancellor. On behalf of Senate, we present to you the persons shown in the program who have been recommended for degrees and other awards by the College of Health and Life Sciences. I present the graduates from Occupational Therapy for the degree of Master of Science. Abigail Temitope Akintia. Lydia Alfie Anderson Monfries. Abigail Sanelidre April. Lauren Kashmir Brathwaite. Gary Timothy Butler. Louise Mary Cardowney Clare. Melissa Chavez. Jin Feng Chow. Abigail Naki Darko. Natalie St. Omer Davies. Rachel Nicole Davis. Recipient of the London School of Occupational Therapy Prize, Ines Elias Malrias. Julia Rosemary Gabriel. Victoria Grace Gillen. Emma Catherine Hagrin. Anna Mary Hesseling. Lucy Hickey. Megan Leona Howes. Brittany Randisha Jones. Miriam Esther Joseph. Yichka Kakuba. Sung Jin Kim. Anna Ruth Kofe Mponsa. Laura Ann Maloney. Hannah Mary Marsham. Hannah Christine McMahon. Susan Adeduni Olagunju. Temilade Charlotte Oni. Claire Nicola Rogers. Lydia May Shepherd. Michelle David Sheppy. Jillian D. Siegel. Jennifer N. Simpson. Janine Sriharan. Recipient of the London School of Occupational Therapy Prize, Audrina Schwarka. Indrapal Kaur Chul. Beth Joanne Allison Waters. Recipient of the Occupational Therapy Collegiality Award, Sam Sky Wild. For the award of postgraduate certificate, Naomi Marie Rodriguez Rogales. Next, the graduates community nursing for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Anisha Bisharu Lula Abdi. Yvonne Okai. Emily Jane Pollock. Felicitas Mutoti. Nontando Natashi. Dinah Ama Ofri Adu. Catriona Thornton. Debbie Mary Wright. Grace Laney. Pravjot Kaur Ruprai. Teresa Jane Youngman. For the award of Master of Sciences, Eleanor Nancy Reeves. Eleanor Nancy Reeves. For the award of postgraduate diploma, Iris Mayuyanya Asamo. Lydia Cardinal. Charity Chisi Erugbo. Hannah Louise Malali. Natalie May Olivia Smith. Claire Warina. Tisti Charija. Kelly Ann Doran. Sandra Lee Gono. Panashi Bridget Hondora. Albertina Mautsi. Toin Ramota Oladotun. Cheryl Ann Smith. Shanton Laurel D. Gray. Magada Lena Sylvia Krajeska. Next, the graduate in social work for the degree of Master of Arts, Neha Aluwalia. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize for Social Care, Adeyelua Adesayo Glory Alado. Temisia Toya Rochelle Allen Warren. Kwaku Ohini Amponsa. Recipient of the Brunel Experts by Experience Committee Prize for Best Social Work Practice, Anika Anjan. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize of Social Care Postgraduate, Sophia Boza. Gladys Ajusina Bojo Jisaran. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize of Social Care, Daniel Francis Brennan. Victoria Olaseni Daramola. Ohinikaro Debra Ekodowa. Recipient of the Brunel Experts by Experience Committee Prize for Best Social Work Practice, Rachel May Gilder. Amba Zaral. Jessica Louise Livermore. Catherine Claire Muldoon. Rema Ruth Namukasa. Geraldine Nikini Niji. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize for Social Care, Mojisola Adetutu Osuntubo. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize for Social Care, Maisie Grace Petherbriz. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize for Social Care, Yusuf Abubakar Rafauddin. Margaret Kabasomi Rusoki. Recipient of the Kathy Aima Social Work Award, Andrew Paul Tobin. Recipient of the Mary C. Cole and CWSC Prize for Social Care, Lucy Claire Willett. Lashran Shanika Youngzam. For the degree of Master of Science, Esam Ahmad Mokwal Al-Esai. Najia Alam. Andrea Ellen Eresti. Charles Ekichoku Astin. Emmanuel Chokodi Elu. Jennifer Ejeye Bazil. Rama Abdi Farah. Melissa Lawrence Ginty. Emily Charlotte Kenworthy. Padmaja Krishnan. Recipient of the Engagement Prize for Public Health and Health Promotion, Yasmin Molin. Amal Muhammad. For the award of postgraduate certificate, Bandari Abdullah Al-Salami. Next, the graduates physiotherapy for the degree of Master of Science, Tanya Sarah Brau. Claire Elizabeth Carver. Victoria Emily Cooper. Eleanor Mata. Setayes Abdullah Kamini. Alec Ko Bailey. Abigail Rika Barnett. Shrina Iles Bafsha. Nicole Lynn Bogba. Ruth Jane Bow. Lisa Beth Brackfeld. Georgina Jane Burrows. William John Byron. Christopher Chieto. Wing Yi Cheng. Tiffany Pian Ching. Rachel Loxi Chin. Recipient of the Elizabeth Cassidy Award, Rachel Emily Clark. Juliana Catherine Coito. Chelsea Jade Cooper. Rebecca Amber Dorset. Amy Jessica Ferguson. Kirsten Fiona Fleming. Julie Michelle Fleming. Stephen James Glean. Siobhan Mora Haran. Jamie Harvey Harper. Recipient of the Award for Best Dissertation Mark and Lorraine D'Souza Prize for Physiotherapy Postgraduate Research, Thomas William Harrison. Bradley Allen Hill. Louise Mary Hines. Recipient of the Elizabeth Cassidy Award, Natasha Louise James. Lauren Ann Joyce. Nicole Christine Martin. Anna Wasford Millward. Andrea Mongelli. Recipient of the Award for Academic Excellence, Sam Mark O'Connell. Nicole Charlotte Quincy. Sarah Shasha Richmond. Bailey Kendall Robson. Michael Samuel Rosenstock. Stephen Chunleng Sin. Recipient of the Collegiality and Leadership Award, Richard James Southcourt. Catherine Sarah May Studley. Recipient of the Award for Clinical Excellence, Joel Taran Tiger. Joy Thiessen. Kerry Louise Williams. Nicola Louise Wijinskwa Lynch. Haley Emma Wood. Thomas James Woolridge. Frances Grace Rack. Timothy Tinkai Yu. Physician Associate for the degree of Master of Science, Fatima Abdi Yusuf Azan. Norel Hoda Chihadi. Famida Zaman Chowdhury. Kelly Mary Embleton, Sharon Hangyi Lam, Elias Sawari, Habib Khalid, Professor Alex Blackmore Walters will now present the graduates from Department of Life Sciences. Chancellor.
Pro-Chancellor. I present the graduates from the Department of Life Sciences for the degree of Master of Science. Biosciences. Ninoshka Tanya Vanessa Barros. Ruth Daisy Gakie Kiyomi. Hazel Chido Ramwi. Louise Victoria Sales. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Tawid Abdul Hakim. Psychology, for the degree of Master of Science. Acacia Vanya Jacinta Fernandez. Saharish Mahmood. Ridanur Qureshi. Dion Sharol Ratigon. Ellen Afue Owusu Adams. Mariam Haidar Al-Musawi. Susan Jean Falconer. Pooja Jairaj. Xiaowan Li. Carmen Georgiana Lobont Babu. Fatima Sahima Mohammed Rafiq. Adriana Nosrati. Jelin Pishtawi. Gabriela Spiridon. Aya Samer Isam Taji. Brikena Temkoli. Anke Wu. Si Jown. Environmental Sciences, for the degree of Master of Science. Quiz Salim Ali Al-Khaldi. Michael Coletti. Christine Heimdall. Seher Gulsin Yilmaz. Basil Abbas. Recipient of the Water Conservators Company MSc Dissertation Prize, Tyler Renee Richmond. For the degree of Master of Science, Adedeji Oluwaseyi Ehimere Adeosun. Recipient of the Brunel Graduate Association Prize, Eva Margaret Bachman. Josh David Collis. Diogo Felipe Espirito Santo Lutz. Christopher Paul Galea. Bhargavi Nitin Mandukar. Luke Beresford Odam. Valentina Pierangeli. Gulzar Rahman. Tohib Adawumni Tijani. Rowena Chebichia Tirop. Daniel John Truman. Marcus John Guest. Luke William Howard. Philippa Ann James. Laura Jane Perry. Henry George Trezize Petch. Professor Paul Helliwell will now present the research students from the College of Health and Life Sciences.
Pro-Chancellor, as Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Health and Life Sciences, and on behalf of Senate, I present to you the persons shown in the programme who've been recommended for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. João Paulo de Aguirre Greca. Toby Jack Elmers. Ifioluwapo Matthew Joshua. Arshad Mahmood. Maria Carolina Mota Mejia. Christiana Abalua Oluwatomiwa Oluwadare. Nima Te Feshok. Carol Weresninsky. Rachel Amy Dadswell. Helen Mary Finley. Jasmina Russo. Alison Isabel Warland. Vice-Chancellor, as part of the university's efforts to promote excellence in research, the Vice-Chancellor's Prize for Doctoral Research is awarded to those research students whose work demonstrates the highest levels of attainment. The selection panel has considered nominations from the College and has made recommendations to recognise outstanding achievement. This winter, the prize is being made to Toby Jack Elmers. Rehabilitation psychologist Toby Elmers has already developed an international reputation in the area of psychology and ageing, working with a vulnerable group of older adults who have balance problems. Toby has published 9 peer-reviewed journal articles and is a co-investigator on a successful application for external research funding to Sport England. He's also been invited to present at international conferences, organise a symposium at the 2019 Congress of the International Society for Posture and Gait Research, the most important research conference in his research area, and he passed his Viva without any corrections required. That's some achievement. Toby's high level of achievement is all remarkable given that he's funded himself through working as a research assistant on a range of research projects that were unrelated to his PhD. The academic, technical management and interpersonal skills that Toby has developed now equip him for what will undoubtedly be a stellar career. Vice-Chancellor, I present Toby Jack Elmers. In summer 2019, the prize was awarded to Jasmina Russo, and she's able to be with us today. Jasmina is a researcher in mental health issues who's already developed an international career and reputation despite facing some of the most adverse personal and social circumstances. A refugee from the former Yugoslavia, Jasmina settled in Berlin, where she built up her career before coming to London. Her PhD thesis is not only a major piece of innovative research in its own right, it clearly provides the basis for an important new strand relating to mental health service users and understanding madness beyond a psychiatric model, especially in relation to ethnicity. Jasmina has consistently produced work of the highest quality throughout her time at Brunel. She's regularly invited to contribute to prestigious international conferences and has a significant body of research publications, including a future handbook on MAD studies. On completion of a PhD, Jasmina has been offered an academic post at a German university. Vice-Chancellor, I present Jasmina Russo. The public orator, Professor Bill Leahy, will now present the Honorary Fellow.
Pro-Chancellor,
I present the Honorary Fellow, James Murray. In May 2018, James received the news that no parent ever wants to hear. His 19-year-old son, Ben, a first-year student at the University of Bristol, had taken his own life. Whilst most of us can't begin to understand how we might react to the pain this might have caused, James responded to the grief by launching a campaign to raise awareness of student suicide and the significant mental health issues currently facing the UK's student population. As part of his effort, which is already having a real life-saving effect on students, James supported Brunel in launching our mental health and well-being strategy for students, which commits us to driving forward a whole university approach to good mental health and positive well-being. James is now helping drive forward greater information sharing and more structured support across universities, and is part of the Office for Students team looking into improving student mental health through the rollout of new technologies, such as early alert systems. He was also a key contributor to the Suicide Safer Universities Guide, where he urged universities across the country to incorporate suicide prevention and intervention into their mental health strategies. The whole university sector really does owe James huge gratitude for focusing a spotlight on student well-being and the support universities can provide. James is an alumnus of Aston University, where he studied management sciences before launching into a successful business career, which has taken him all over the world. He has worked with technology companies such as Accenture, Interwoven, and Splunk, who he helped grow into a $100 million company in Europe. And he now advises tech startups throughout their early growth. Everybody, please stand. Pro-Chancellor, in recognition of his life-saving achievements in higher education and his contributions to business and entrepreneurship, I'm delighted to present to you the Honorary Fellow, James Murray.
Now you're going to have to do it all again in a moment, because I need to say, James, by authority of my position as Pro-Chancellor, I'm delighted to admit you as a Fellow of Brunel University. Well done, sir. Thank you. And thank you.
Wow, thank you for that. Congratulations, all of you. Incredible. Feels good, right? Well done, well done. I have to say that 35 years ago, I actually applied to Brunel and was rejected. So it really is a great honor graduating with you today. And, thank you all for that kind reception, and thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Our family is adjusting now to a new normal. Ben won't be coming home, but he is always with us. And when we remember good times, we replace the pain with hope. Tragedy has taught us so much. Love and the gift of life are all that matters. To give and receive love, and also loving ourselves and the very uniqueness of our lives, our existence. Pressure, bereavement, and trauma may cause 1 in 4 of us to have thoughts of suicide, but they are passive and mostly leave as quickly as hope returns. Ben told me, I wish I'd been more open, but it never occurred to me that he had totally lost hope. I have learnt that you can ask, have you ever thought life is not worth living? Is that the case now? And it does not increase risk. It may uncover what kept someone safe till now, enabling hope to return. Family, friends, and my son James give me hope. We went hand in hand through hell together, and James, too deep in grief, missed his own graduation ceremony last year. So this day and this award belongs to you too, son. Thank you. Okay. I've only got 3 minutes, by the way, so I better crack on. Remember the good times. In the Scottish Highlands, we got lost in mist, and we walked for 10 hours. Darkness fell, and we had to sleep on the mountain. Earlier in the day, I'd left contact details listing our plan B on a safety form at the hostel. That night, James collected wood, Ben prepared the tent, and we devoured homemade spaghetti bolognese with high spirits around the campfire. We had a safety plan. As you start your new adventure, think about your safety plan. List things you would do to lift or calm your mood, things to distract you, people to support you, who you'd call if you're struggling. We're all sailing on this sea of mental health, and we should avoid the rocks by keeping a good lookout. Recognize the signs of distress in others and ourselves. Be open. A problem shared is a problem halved. And give hope. Help others and carry out your safety plan. If the sea does get rough, rest assured this too shall pass. A huge crack in our life story will always be there, but it does let in light. We have become better people through our greater appreciation of love and the gift of life. As you go forward into your careers, give up perfection and accept the setbacks. Fail often, fail fast. That's the wise mantra of business startups. It's how we decide to persevere with something or pivot to something new. You all have multiple careers in front of you. You could do anything. So have fun finding the life that makes you happy. And always remember, you are unique. There will never be another you. There is an important place for you in this world. Good luck.
Thank you, James. There will now be a short musical interlude.
Pro-Chancellor, I present the graduands from Mathematics for the degree of Master of Science. Quresh Furatan Husseini. Alexandra Barbara Rogozinska. Massimo Grech. Nishan Chandra Gumani. Matteo Nicola. Chiara Ranieri. Recipient of the Dean's Prize for Innovation and Impact in Master's Dissertations, Sana Sumro. Dr. Simon Kent will now present the graduands from Computer Science.
Pro-Chancellor, I present the graduands from Computer Science for the degree of Master of Science. Ahmad Al-Mathan. Mahnur Asif. Zohaib Aslam. Sarah Binte Ayaz. Sabrina Azad Sara. Leila Benzidia. Shraddha Berry. Bawanpak Busai. Christoph Sestanaro. Gaith Dukmak. Aaron Anton Kweku Eshun. Robin Alexandra Fitzharris. Javan Daniel Gilbert. Ajuthan Gnanavel. Gabrielle Kyla McKillen Gillen. Benjamin John Hickey. Kushal Vishram Hirani. Vanishri Kende Sivaram. Saeed Ahsan Hassan Khan. Wasim Hassan Khan. Balraj Nandra. Atifa Aswalahi. Anna Oluwatomisosin Coinsola Oke. Namir Wes. Yasmin Ovali. Usha Rani Pardi. Jamil Kanai. Nikhil Raj. Mohammed Javad Sadeghi. Adshayan Sarvanamuthu. Margarita Chakana. Marina Vasilova. Katarzyna Helena Vaneka. Jingyu Ji. Huang Zhenglin. Aulia Atifa. Karat Piath Boon Laksiri. Yujun Chi. Lehar Gupta. Haris Hassan. Alexandra Victoria Hidalgo. Monica Lozano. Vladimir Pecha. Thomas Devaraja. Recipient of the Darminda Benning Prize, Chevon Jessica Morris. Shraddha Silwal. Courtney Marie Phillips. Fatima Juhail. Beatrice Eza. Louis Mba Akum. Laura Abalori Okikagioli. Lucy Chinyeri Nwamadi. Rawan El Hadi El Tayeb Abbas. Hibo Mustafa Osman. Samar Ibrahim. Elizabeth Wangari Thuo. The Vice Provost and Dean of College, Professor Stefan Simons, will now present those who have successfully completed programmes of research in the College of Engineering, Design and Physical Sciences.
Pro-Chancellor. As the Vice Provost and Dean of the College of Engineering, Design and Physical Sciences, and on behalf of Senate, I present to you the persons shown in the programme who have been recommended for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Nereus Emmanuel Lawrence Maldas. Mastura Binti Mat Sharif. Lily Suryasna Binti Rea. Toby David Borland. Nicola Nicholson. Tommaso Turci. Ahmad Youssef. Professor Marianne Randweaver will now present the graduands from the Brunel Educational Excellence Centre.
Pro-Chancellor, I present the graduates from Brunel Educational Excellence Centre for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Academic Practice, as shown in the programme. And here to receive it in person, Bilal Malik. Pro-Chancellor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. What a fabulous set of achievements. And what a fabulous venue for us to be celebrating in. I don't know how many of you know it was in this very hall in January of 1946 that the United Nations held its first ever meeting of the General Assembly of the UN. I think it's highly relevant that some years later, Brunel, a world university, celebrates international citizenship here today in the footsteps of the UN. Today is first and foremost a day of celebration, celebrating all that you have achieved academically and, as the Vice-Chancellor said, in so many other ways during your time here at Brunel. Well done, one and all. I know that most of you here today are celebrating second, or in some cases third degrees, postgraduate studies, whether taught or research-based. So to have made that level of achievement, you will have worked extremely hard and will appreciate more than most the sense in Vince Lombardi's famous quote, "The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary." Think about it. Vince Lombardi, for those of you a bit younger than me, was a notable American football player and coach who won 2 Super Bowls in the late 60s. So he really knew what he was talking about when it comes to hard work. Now, 40 years ago, when I was studying for my undergraduate degree, many of us used that degree directly as a springboard into employment. It was much less typical then than it is now to do postgraduate studies. And those that did postgraduate studies 40 years ago were probably destined to be career academics. Now, 40 years on, it seems to me the world has changed. Employers and universities expect so much more from you. They expect second degrees, they expect high grades, they expect the like. But just as work hard, play hard is a pretty good motive for approaching life while you are at Brunel, so I believe a balance between what you know and what you can do is a good way to approach life after Brunel. Whether your chosen path remains an academic one, or whether you're heading off to work elsewhere in the wider world, my experience, for what it's worth, is that for your next employer, your degree qualification is a vital prerequisite to getting on, but it's not sufficient in itself. Employers are just as interested in your character. We've seen plenty of that today on the platform. They're interested in your creativity and your contribution. And those 3 C's, creativity, character, and contribution, are, I believe, equally important to certification. So what you've done across the city in Uxbridge, whether it was on the sports field, whether it was in the theatre, whether it was in the local community, whether it was within the university societies, count a lot too, and are attributes I'm sure you will all draw on from now on. This blend of knowledge, skills, and character isn't a new concept, it's not a new conversation, but it is, I believe, what makes you the rounded person that you are. They're all part, surely, of a continuum. Indeed, I can't put it better than Albert Einstein, who once said, "Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination, well, that will take you everywhere." Graduation ceremonies mark a rite of passage in our lives, when we both look back and we look forward. And as we look forward, I have another thought which is especially relevant for those of you with those postgraduate qualifications. You're not, like undergraduates, just starting out. You're not having to learn. You're already well on the way. You've learned a lot, we always learn more. You've done a lot, we always do more. So you're already in a position to put something back. I've touched on work, but as Winston Churchill once said, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. There's always somebody coming up behind you who needs that helping hand, or somebody alongside you who could do that with that help too. And I'd written those words, James, before your very eloquent and moving address, but I think you made the point much better than I. So I just say to all of you in this room, yes, today is a celebration, but I'd encourage you to give generously of your time, your experience, and your advice and help to others who are more in need of it. Which brings me back to this day of celebration in this great and famous hall. It's time to thank those who've helped you along your journey. Your families, your parents, your other family members who've shared your dreams and encouraged you along the way. Let's give them a round of applause because they deserve it. And then while we're just thinking of thank yous, what about all my colleagues behind me from Brunel and the ones still working hard at Brunel? And then last but by no means least, give yourselves a pat on the back as well. Now, as Julia mentioned, you are now a member of a new family. So you've now got at least a double family because you're now members of the famous Brunel alumni. And that's very important. So, as you go out from here into the wider world, whatever you choose or have chosen to do, on behalf of the whole of Brunel University, our very best wishes for your future. Thank you very much. Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, I declare this congregation closed. Before you leave, please join us for a drinks reception in the library downstairs. Please now, would you all stand for the national anthem and remain standing as the procession leaves the theatre.